Malawi boy.
Okay, I see you guys with your angry comments. I'm telling you now, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. It's
I would imagine the program moving 30 minutes late and they're still late.
Blame it on Ovi. Blame it on Ovi, guys. Come on.
No, blame it on RB.
Yeah, let's blame it on RB. I think that's a good idea. Blame it on RB. It's all RB's fault. Guys, so sorry we're late. Mr. Ovi Too Nice had to do something real quick, so we're waiting for him to come back, but he still hasn't come back. So we'll just carry on. We will just carry on. Unfortunately, these things happen, right? So, how's everybody doing, Mr. Drew? How are you? Well, actually, what am I doing? I'm starting this like it's a church meeting. What's going on, people? Welcome to 5 Rounds. It's your boy Wantali, right? And I've got Mr. Ovi Too Nice who is coming in. I've got Mr. Drew in the building. Yeah. Let's see, guys, in the comments here. Yo. And if you're new to this channel, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Like I said, I apologize that we are late. It was due to unfortunate circumstances. Here are the unfortunate circumstances right in front of you, looking like with this Siberian camera as well. We'll let you sort yourself out with your camera, Ovi, before you can jump on here. All right, so this is the roundup, guys. You know what I mean? So the roundup, basically, we're gonna do this to so we're gonna sort of, as the word says, we're gonna round up significant things that happened in the world, and we'll do it once a month, right? So we thought we'd start with, some of the things that have been going on lately, like, for example, the passing of O.J. Simpson, the J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake beef as well. And I'm sure Ovi's got many more, but he's trying to connect. I don't know what's going on with you guys' camera, At least it's not mine, because last week my one was bad. My camera was terrible. But you guys, I don't know what is going on.
Keep coming on.
Huh? See?
It keeps coming on and off.
Oh, what, your camera? Oh.
No, Ovi's
camera. Okay. Hey, mine's good. Mine's good, brother. Mine's good. That's what's important here. Okay, so let's see who's here. Let's see who's watching, man. Who's here? See what I mean? This guy Drew has just dropped out right quick. Let me first start with this, guys. Congratulate. What the bloody heck is it not showing? Give me 2 seconds. That's not showing. I can't see it. Why isn't it? The funny thing is, I can see that it's on YouTube, but I don't see it on here. Right. It's here again. So congratulations to all the winners. Yeah. Last week. Gunjan, RB, Nichelle, Drew. Can you please get in contact with 5 Rounds Podcast so we can post these t-shirts to you? You have won the lovely Keep Calm Tiger Bomb t-shirts. They all come in large. So apologies. They all come in large.
Listen, from what I heard from what's his name, Fadson, you haven't sent him a t-shirt for a very long time. So I'm wondering, should I even bother to give you my address so you can send it down here?
You know what? Yeah, with your merch, right? I ordered it, but it still hasn't come yet. I think there's something wrong with deliveries because I haven't received any deliveries on anything. It's not just the merch, So
it's inevitable. It's inevitable that I'm gonna experience the same as Fadson did.
My friend, it better not cost me an arm and a leg to send to
Come on,
bloody
man.
where you
We
are.
we we all live in Europe, man. So it shouldn't be that hassle.
Oh
It's just a
wow,
T-shirt.
Gunjan says send my T-shirt to Fatson. That's what Gunjan's saying right now. Are you for
He's
real?
right. He's right though.
Can
He's
I have
right
that?
though.
Can you DM that, please, sir? DM that, please. Thank you. What did he say? What did he say? If you don't get in touch for your merch, do it, brother. It's a scam. I've been waiting for 3 years.
I know. There you go. There you go.
Hey, Fatson, after I came off the
Oh.
live, I actually had a reply for this. I remember that you have merch too. And I said, what we'll do is we'll swap merch. I haven't received your merch either. So what you saying, brother?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh
This
man.
guy.
Should
This
I
guy.
even
All right.
bother? Should I even bother send you
It's
my
up to you.
address?
It's up to you, boss.
Okay. I'll
It's up to
try.
you.
I'll try.
It's up to you.
Oh
Okay.
man.
So definitely no Francis says, came here late and y'all still later than me. Hey, relax. What's going on, people in the chat, man? Glad you came through. Like I said, congratulations to all the winners. If you missed the birthday show, it's 3 hours long, but trust me, it's funny as hell. Like there's just a
That was
lot going
crazy.
on.
That
It
was
was just
crazy.
crazy. It was insane. Honestly, it was insane. So if you got time later, do that. He says, but you never asked me for merch. But if that's what you're asking, consider it done. Okay, good man. Mr. Ovi Too Nice is now here. How are you doing, Ovi Too Nice?
Street
Not well.
cred.
Mr. Street Cred is not well.
There he is. There he is. There he
Man. Okay,
is.
listen. I'm gonna
I'm
start.
good, bro. I am fantastico. I am fantastico. I know it's probably just.
He's gone again.
Yeah.
I'm fantastico, and then he just goes. He just.
You're
Give me 2
frozen there,
seconds.
mate.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Okay, let me start it off, man. So, guys, for the guys that maybe are not hip hop heads or maybe not into music or whatever it is, if you're not into music, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Okay, but Kendrick Lamar, the artist that released what's Kendrick Lamar's most famous song? Because for me, it's
be quiet. Be humble.
maybe
Sit
Down.
down.
That's
Be humble. Yeah.
that's Down. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Damn. Okay, let's say Damn or Loyalty with Rihanna or Right.
Right.
So Kendrick Lamar did a song with Future and Metro Booming, right? And in this song, the video is frozen. He says, "What video is?" He says the video is frozen. Hold on a minute. Can people confirm if people's videos are frozen, or is it Ovi's video? Maybe it's talking about
Maybe
Ovi's
Orvis video.
I can see my video here. I can see.
I can see my video too.
Exactly. I've got both settings. Over to
Hello. Yeah, the real G's in the house, cuz.
Okay, brilliant. Do you want to start off this Kendrick Lamar one then? Because I was about to.
Yeah, listen, I'm sorry about that, people. There's technical difficulties and things like that in this world. In case you don't know.
Yeah.
But by the way, welcome, guys. I didn't get to welcome you guys. I know one time you probably did it, but welcome, guys. Nice to see you all again today on a Friday. I hope you're gonna have a good weekend.
When you came last time, you had a black and white color palette, and now it's like a bit more color. So I got confused a little. Like, can you change this color setting? Like
what color? Oh, him.
When he first came on, when the picture was frozen, it was more black and white. Like there wasn't any color.
I was just trying to be, I was trying to be from the streets as usual. I'm from the streets. Talking about the streets, guys. I know one time, as you said, there we're talking about Kendrick Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole, and your man Drake, light skin homie. I don't like Drake. First of all, I just want to say, so guys, whoever is in the comment section and is a fan of Drake, I'm going to be against him anyway. I'll just be honest with you.
Brilliant. How are they going to listen to you and straight away you're biased?
No, I'm not biased. I'm just saying it's not my. I'm just saying as it is.
Continue, sir. Continue.
Okay, no, but anyway, guys, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have seen this. It's been going on for the past 3-4 weeks, I'd say right now. When Kendrick Lamar dissed the three of them, I mean the two of them, J. Cole and Drake, in the track, which most of this I know it is something that Wantali would actually be more into a lot, because obviously guys, Wantali is a musician, he's a rapper, and so he would have more inside information of this probably. But what I seen, you probably do, because what I seen, what happened is when Kendrick Lamar dissed the two, I actually know J. Cole released a clapback, which was 7-minute drill. I think it's nice. I heard it.
It wasn't the only thing he released, though, was it?
Well, did he hit another one as well? Yeah, because that's the one that I seen, because I seen it going all over social media, and I said, let me listen to the 7-minute drill.
So J. Cole released a an EP called "Might Delete Later." And in this EP, there are several songs he says several lines about Kendrick Lamar. In fact, in the anyway, the 7-minute drill is the one that has more of the disses to Kendrick.
Yeah.
But yes, carry on, sir.
Yeah. So after that was released, and everybody was getting excited. Anyone that listens to hip hop was getting excited, because if you want to see beef, you want to see Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and obviously Drake, because they're probably the big three right now when it comes to lyrics and music.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah, well, okay, self-proclaimed, true. I know. Look, one time you're a Jay-Z fan, so probably you put your Jay-Z in there as well. So we're not gonna go there. I'm just saying everybody needs to know. That's what you follow. But anyway, after I released that, we're getting excited. We're like, yeah, this is the beef is happening. Guys, when you see the rap game, beef is beef. And this is musical beef. It's not the beef like we've seen about maybe Tupac and Biggie, where somebody ended up dying. But now beef is just music. And then, first of all, Drake pulled a tantrum on live on stage about the beef. I think you see that video, which was very embarrassing. I was like, Drake, come on, man. This is beef, man. Don't go on stage and start talking about the beef. And then J. Cole, after releasing that EP and that song where he's dissing back, he goes out and apologizes and says, you know what? I'm sorry that I did it.
I was gonna say I appreciate him coming out on stage and apologizing, though. I mean, like,
why do you
say what?
Yeah, man, come on, man. Like, everybody's talking about J. Cole being weak and all that. I'm like, he's the bigger man in this picture. He's the bigger man in this picture.
Finish the story before
Oh yeah, finish the story. Read the story.
He goes there and apologizes to say, "Oh look, I shouldn't have done that." He's trying. Okay, as you can call it, he's trying to be a bigger man, which I find it to be very stupid, because we were looking at beef. We were ready. We wanted to listen to this stuff. This is what we're looking forward to.
Right.
Drake so far. So I don't know. Drake is Drake clapping back? I heard he's supposed to release something. Is it yesterday or today?
Where did you hear that from?
You remember where I was talking to a few guys. Remember the truth in the group? They said that Drake is about to release something, and I think it was Pat.
This is the problem. You're referencing a WhatsApp group chat for rumors.
but I just but see, listen. But yeah, listen. The whole point of this beef is to hear what the rumors are. What somebody
is not.
Yeah, but you should understand. I don't follow Drake, so I was waiting for that. I was like, okay, let's see what he's gonna say. You listen. One time, you're a rapper, you're a musician. There's a DJ. You also probably follow music, hip hop. Obviously, you DJ different type. You different every type of music, but you're following it. Me, my take. This has annoyed my life. It has annoyed my life. I'm sure people there in the comments who follow rap have also been annoyed. They're hurt.
Yeah, Hudson says, the Fatson podcast says, look, cancel Drew right now, please. I agree.
Listen. All those can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hip hop fan too. I've always been a hip hop. Fatson knows that. I'm a hip hop fanatic, right from get go. I love hip hop music, and I have known to love hip hop from the days of Africa Bambaataa to now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now hip hop has gone through different phases of its revolution, right? The
Mm.
first hip hop that came out, it was more of a movement of preaching the good word and educating the young masses. If you listen to KRS One and them, there was no beef back in the days. There was no. It was of course like they would do battles, they would do rap battles, but there wasn't anything of that sense of like beefing and start shooting each other. Now came the phase of Tupac Shakur and Biggie and them changed
Mm-hmm.
everything. The hip hop became guns and sex and drugs and all that kind of stuff. Now, this new age of hip hop, yeah, some of them are still shooting each other. It hasn't ended. Some of them are still shooting each other. Now, there's only a few hip hop artists. Some of the old guns like Common and another. What's that guy who's doing gospel hip hop? What's his name again? One something. I'm following him now. He's a really good guy. He's preaching about, can we change the message of hip hop, because hip hop has been demonized as a genre that promotes hate, violence, guns, drugs, and sex. Should we change the narrative? Because hip hop, in its originality, it's not about drugs, sex, and violence. It's something different. So I appreciate J. Cole coming out to say, listen, I think I might have missed my true purpose of being a hip hop artist. I'm here to send out a message. And now I'm gonna seek my calling back again. Do you hate that man? You're gonna love that
Yeah,
man.
no, we,
Come
we,
on,
we
man.
yeah, we're gonna no, no, we're gonna hate it. We're gonna hate it. I'll tell you, like hip hop is entertaining because listen, in the stage, I know it. We probably would agree on this point. We know if the beef
Mm,
was J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick, it's never gonna end in guns. These guys are just gonna wrap it out. You know what I mean? We know they're not gonna like the fun of hip hop sometimes is let's see who's got better lines, who can diss the other better. You know what I mean? And it's
mm.
entertaining. Like, for example, you know yourself, who's that? Swiss Beats and Timberland. They had
Timberland.
that
Yeah.
Timberland. Yeah, they had that
Mm.
thing. What you call versus? You know what I mean?
Versus.
That was, of course,
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
wasn't beefing, wasn't dissing, but that was
It, it,
people.
Versus wasn't beef. It was more like
Yeah,
just
it wasn't beefing.
comparing the
Yeah,
hits
but
that
songs
came out,
comparing
artist to
yourself. Yeah.
artist, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but what was that? There used to be a show I remember back then where people used to rap battle. What was it called?
Is this the one that Ti was hosting? Hang on, what is it called
No,
again?
back then.
Lyrics and flows. I mean, I think it was called or something like that. Oh, you
I
mean
think
Yeah.
back then?
something like
When?
that. The
When?
time of I'm trying to remember the guys that used to be on them, and oh my god, and
Oh,
it was you could like people were going back and forth. You know, they'll be beefing and uh, look, if it comes back to my mind, I don't remember. But it was entertaining because you're like, oh yeah, he's got sneaky rhymes and he's dissing the other guy. That's entertaining. That's
you
hip hop.
mean rap battles, right? You're talking about rap
Yeah, rap
battles.
battles. Yeah, proper rapper battles. Yeah, rap battles, like
Okay.
But these
Um.
guys are
Right.
doing it. Uh-huh. One
Yeah. No.
time,
Finish. No, sir. Finish. I'm
yeah,
waiting for you to finish.
this
Then
these
I need.
guys are doing it as these guys are artists. They've got albums, they Grammy nominees and all that. But at the same time, we need that entertainment. We need that entertainment. You remember Ja Rule and 50 Cent? That was fun. Ja Rule, I mean 50 Cent and Rick Ross, that was fun. 50 Cent and Nas, 50 Cent and Fat Joe, Eminem and
I mean,
MGK. You know what I mean? That was fun. That's rap.
yeah,
While it lasted.
yeah,
Wait. Drew said something about the history of hip hop. I think
right,
the history of hip hop has so many. It came from so many stems. Yes, part of it was having a message. It was yes,
right,
but also
right.
part
That
of
was
it.
that was the whole essence of having hip hop music, of sending out a message.
Yeah, that is true. But also
Mm.
the nature of hip hop was sending a message, yes, okay, but it also had a personality with that message.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
It
better
more
than
of
did,
a
it
you.
did, it did, and it was all to do with fighting oppression, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
had nothing to do with black on
But
black crime.
hold on a minute, okay? It wasn't also just about
Oh,
talking about
Jesus.
oppression. It was about people telling you exactly what's going on in their neighborhoods, right? So it
Right,
was people
Mm,
right.
telling you exactly what they're living with in their lives. So if
Mm.
you yeah, so of course, there were artists that were activists. There were artists that were telling you a story about what's going on in their neighborhoods and whatnot. And obviously that evolved. It's not that that stopped. You know, there's still activists till today. You know, people that use hip hop to talk about what's going on in their neighborhoods is still there till today, right? So this notion of hip hop has evolved fully is not true. You know, in fact, the hip hop you see is the hip hop the industry wants you to see. But we can go now and check who's doing hip hop, what type of hip hop is there.
What did you just say there? What did you just say there?
It's the hip hop the industry wants you to see. All right.
Thank you.
So
Because the industry wants us to see this type of hip hop. It's been demonized to be this kind of hip hop, you know. And I'm a hip hop follower. There's so many underground hip hop, really good hip hop that it doesn't come out of there. This new hip hop of like I got guns, I got money, I got everything. To me, is just nah, man, rubbish. I don't even listen to some of this stuff that's coming out now because it's like doesn't make sense to me, you know.
Unfortunately, where hip hop was, I guess, born or where it birthed or where it grew was America, and this is a capitalist country. You know, it's a country that prioritizes everything or centers everything around money. So they're definitely going to talk about what they have. They're going to talk about what they sell. They're going to talk about who they hang out with and all of that. You know, I think if hip hop came from a place like Africa, you'd have a bit more of, I guess, a cultural combination to it. It would have been more, you know, you've been talking about tradition more, maybe talking about war between villages or something, you know, or even politics and all of that. So I think we got to understand where this comes from first, you know, and that's what the nature of hip hop is. Of course, there will be certain things we don't like. I don't like this. I've got so many cars. I've got this. But if you go back, you know, this American dream, the American lifestyle, hip hop artists, these things are thrown at them before they're famous. You know, anybody, football players, movie stars, they get this lifestyle before. It's not just rap stars. It's just that rap stars are the ones talking about it. You know, so yeah, we don't like
the
this
job is talk about it, things.
But this is hip hop. Anyway, I want to go back to the this whole diss track thing, right? So first of all, it was Kendrick Lamar who he dropped a verse on Like That, the song by Metro Booming and Future off of the album. In that song, Kendrick Lamar said a few things, right? So for people that still don't understand why Kendrick Lamar said something, there's a song called First Person Shooter that Drake and J. Cole did, that video that they did, that's just all over the internet. You know, it's got them playing chess and all of that. There's certain lines they said in there. So one of them, J. Cole said, you know, him, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar are the big three, right? And also Drake said he's going to be doing Michael Jackson numbers, basically. You know, he's going to be beating Michael Jackson's sales. That's what he said.
Man.
When they said these things, obviously Kendrick Lamar spinned it on them and said, "Wait a minute." So for example, for Drake's line, I'm just talking about the significant ones, right? The ones that were significant to me. When he said about I'm going to do Michael Jackson numbers, Kendrick said Prince outlived Mike Jackson. You know, and then when J. Cole said the big three, he said, "Screw the big three. It's just about Big Me." You know what I mean? So Kendrick did put some, you know, he put a couple of lines towards J. Cole, but I think more of it was towards Drake. And if you could see the internet was really going crazy because Drake got dissed. So even in the group chats that Ovi's talking about, people took sides. They were like, yeah, but J. Cole's a lyricist, bar for bar, and all this stuff. You know what I mean? So then J. Cole releases this album, and the memes already start coming out. J. Cole fans, every line he says, "Oh my gosh!" Oh, if you've seen the memes, you know what I mean?
Everything you said, oh my God, that's hot. That's hot. Come on, come down, guys.
In J. Cole's song, he argues that you do one good verse in 10 or something, or one good album in 10. You know, when was the last time you had a hit? You know, and he also says your first album was good, but your next wasn't. We just gassed you up. You know, those are things that he was saying. But even in that verse, he sort of propped him up. He said, "Oh, you know, I liked your stuff, but now you're not the guy." Then he goes and apologizes, right? So the reason we're talking about this, obviously what Drew was saying, that it was the right move to make. How do you go? Do you guys agree with this, right? one person disses you, you diss them back, then you apologize. You guys think that was the right move? I put a poll in the chat as well. Let me know what you guys think, because Drew says it is not the right. It was the right move. It was a
Yeah,
mature thing
because
to do.
to me, what I
I
say,
would, hold on,
if you was
hold on,
yeah,
hold on.
yeah, yeah,
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
So Timothy Taylor says hip hop wasn't always about money when white men owned the record companies. They told rappers nobody wants to hear no Public Enemy type of rap. This is
Big up
true.
Timothy. Big up
Thank you,
Timothy.
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Timothy.
True,
Because
Yeah.
yeah.
Public Enemy was talking about a lot, and you got to understand when hip hop was really birthed. It's when people when you know when people were fighting, you know, but when there were racial struggles and fights and oppression and things like that, you know, when they were prominent basically. So people like Public Enemy were talking about fight the power, and if you don't stand for something you fall for everything, you know, stuff like that. So
Right.
uh
Even if
yeah,
you
no,
look at the roots, even the roots, look at the
yes.
lyrics that came from the roots, man. It was all pure love and sharing, you know, building the African American culture, educating the African American culture. There was nothing like guns there, you know.
Exactly. Gunjan says, "Can you please explain beef, a beef concept of America, exchanging beef? Is it a fight?" Okay, so when people say beef is slang for, I guess you could say a battle or a spat,
Mm.
or you
Mm,
know, when somebody has a problem with somebody else. So in music, you say this person has beef with this person. So when you say
mm,
that, it means they're probably they're probably dissing each other, or they probably have issues and stuff like that. It could be over anything, and most of the times
mm.
it's silly. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Gunjan said, in these terms, Jay-Z is smart. He created an unlikable album, likable, and became a businessman. Okay, what album are you talking about? Um,
Explain yourself.
Because
it's not.
Gunjani, the problem is you talk about Jay-Z, you're going against One Tally, because One Tally and Jay-Z, I don't know if
Oh,
Jay-Z pays him.
when did I say that? So Gunjan says a
Because I
beef,
know.
beef is a cow meat. Yeah, it is cow meat, but it's also slang for, you know, uh, yeah, that. So let's.
What are you smoking, Gunjan?
I know, man. Now that you guys know
Gunjani,
now that you guys know the stories, right? Now the opinions. What do you guys think? Do you
guys, the
think
opinion is on simple. This guy dissed back and then apologized. Okay, like if he apologized first before dissing back, I would have said, okay, he's being a bigger man. But
Mm.
did he come to his head to say that, okay, nah, I think I flopped? Or what's the story? You know what I mean? There's no way you can say something to me and then I clap back to you and then say, you know what, I'm sorry, I should have done that. You know what I mean? Am I accepting that? Okay, I fucked up.
Mm, mm, mm. Do you remember what's his name? The game. Do you remember the game? One of the interviews, I think it was last year. He was talking to Drink Champs. He mentioned something about hip hop artists coming to LA. When you have said something on your track, you've dissed someone, and you don't know the person you've dissed is might have been connected to someone and someone and someone and
somebody?
someone.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said if he had lived, if he was older enough the time Tupac Shakur and Biggie was alive, he could have saved
Yeah.
their lives. Because in the hip hop world, right, you never know what you say. It might really piss off someone, and that someone just might know someone who is a little bit trigger happy. Look at what happened to
Mm.
Nipsey, man. Let's talk about what happened to Nipsey.
Yeah, yeah.
He just
True.
said something wrong, and somebody got pissed off, and that somebody told someone,
No,
and they
somebody
took him down.
somebody hates that. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's pretty much that, man. Look at what happened to that guy. What's his name? XXX. What's his name again?
Tension.
The last name.
XXX, yeah, XXX
Yeah.
tension or something like that.
Let's talk about what happened to that guy. Let's talk about what happened to that guy.
But the people that got arrested were in his circle, though. It was people in his circle. It wasn't people he disrespected. It's people that wanted to take advantage of what he had.
Well,
You know.
but still, like I'm putting the context now of J. Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
guys are from the streets too, right? They're not like they were not born with a silver spoon in their mouths, right? They're from the streets. Obviously, they have connections. Now, I think this is just my opinion. In J. Cole's perception, he probably thought about it once or twice and said, like, "Hey, this is not my calling. My calling is not to diss other hip hop artists." No, but it's true though. My call
We
is not to
understand,
diss other people, hip hop artists.
we understand that, but you see, the thing is, when you go into songs like First Person Shooter and say you're the big three, hip hop is very
Yeah,
competitive. It doesn't matter
it
if the
is.
person
It
doesn't
is.
have a problem with you. The minute you say
Yeah.
I'm in the top three, when 50 Cent was saying I'm king of New York, or when who said they were king of New York? Kendrick Lamar said he was king of New York. He said
Yeah.
that in
Yeah.
Control. He was doing that on
Yeah.
purpose. People do that on purpose because they know hip hop is competitive, right? They
But
do that
50
on
is a
purpose.
gangster though. 50 is a gangster
Yeah,
though.
but no,
Who
but
fucks around with 50?
50
Nobody messes around with 50.
50 was a gangster. Then he
was
became
Still
a
was.
is.
then he became a gangster
Still
rapper.
is.
Okay,
Still
Mm-hmm.
is.
allegedly. I'm not trying to get quoted for
I
Allegedly.
anything.
mean,
But
listen.
you see, he was
If you
doing
can
that because
get
he knew it's gonna be provocative to all those rappers that are in New York. You know what
And
I
then
mean? And
you also have
he
to
was
understand.
ready.
You have to understand what's selling at that time. What's people don't just do these things for no reason.
right, right,
A lot of rappers like to start beefs before they release an album to create noise, right? So
right,
Mm.
right,
50
right.
Cent probably measured it and thought, if I go after the biggest guy and he responds to me, all of a sudden people will start asking questions about that guy who dissed. Why did that guy diss the big artist? So normally
Then
Right,
big artists,
right.
then you have you've got
they
to do then you've got Get Rich or Die
But do
Trying.
you know
Boom.
that? Do you know that? Do you know that 50 Cent and what's his name, Fat Joe, they nearly killed each other? Are you
No.
aware of this information? Yeah,
Yeah,
Fat Joe was even talking
but
about it. Fat Joe
yeah,
was talking about it on Drink Champs. Listen,
but
they nearly
Fat
killed each
Joe
other
apologized. Fat Joe apologized because he knew he lost.
because he knew he couldn't touch 50 though.
No, he knew he lost. He knew he lost. Because 50 won that beef. I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it.
Nah,
50
man,
won
nah,
that beef.
man. Have you heard
50
that
pulled
song,
up a
50?
song. 50, no,
Me and
but 50
50.
pulled a song. Yeah, no, 50 pulled a song that he dissed all the people that he hates in one song. Piggyback.
I,
You know what I mean?
let's
We're
get
no,
back.
I
not,
think I
Let's
think
get
I
back to
think
okay,
what
Fat Joe and
okay,
50, Fat Joe
okay,
and 50
yeah,
beef.
okay,
4-4,
okay, let's,
4-4, Fat Joe won, man.
yeah,
the beat
okay.
was
No, no, it's
nice.
just one
The beat
song.
was nice, but the diss song was all right.
The diss song was, the beat was nice, yeah.
I think Jada Kiss's Animal. Is it Animal? Yeah, I think he called it
Jada
Animal.
Kiss is the one that I would
That
say stood up
was
better
that was
in lyrics with 250. But the
that was
rest,
the
nah,
thing.
they couldn't even touch him.
It wasn't Animal. I forgot what it's called, but it was a good diss. Anyway, going back to Kendrick Lamar, because people in the chat are talking about the Kendrick Lamar J. Cole
Mm,
thing. You guys are
mm.
veering off and talking about other things.
Yeah, let's go. What's up? What's up? What is it?
Arby says also needs to leave Drizzy alone. Well, Drizzy's trying to be street when he's not street. This Timothy
Yeah,
Taylor.
Drizzy is just
I'm glad you're here, Mr. Timothy Taylor, in the comments. He said Drake is not from the streets. Facts. This guy
Right.
was an actor. Yeah, he was an
It's
actor
too
before he became
cute.
a rapper.
It's too
His
cute
mother's
for the
Jewish.
streets.
before Lil Wayne put him up.
His mother is Jewish. His father is a drummer from Jerry Lee Lewis, and Drake's uncle is the greatest bass player of all time. So I don't know about the Jewish part, because you could have a Jewish person in the streets, man. It's possible. So I can't discriminate that, But yes, you're right. Drake is not really street, but he does have some people from Toronto that, yeah, they're really about it. Normally rappers do this, isn't it? When they get famous, they start getting these people around them for protection and street cred and stuff like that. And you hear about it in music, And this is what Tupac was doing, by the way, because Tupac, he'd moved away from this beef thing, and then later on it was just the links to the gangsters that made him, that put him in a lot of danger. But personally, I think for music, right, for me, I'm going to look at it and analyze it through the music. J. Cole said we're the big three in first person shooter, right? If you're saying you're the big three, you're saying that I'm better than all of you suckers, right? That's what you're saying, basically. So then somebody disses you, fine, they're in the big three, okay? But they diss you. They say, screw the big three, I'm the best. So it's literally somebody saying, he says we're the best, but he goes, no, I'm the best, right? Then J. Cole responds and apologizes. Sorry, that's a sucker move. That is a sucker.
Nah, man.
Nah. J. Cole.
Do me a favor,
Sometimes
please.
you
Get
have
out
to
of
be
here.
the.
Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Nah. Let me tell you
Listen,
something.
the battles won. You have to evaluate this battle. I'm ready for it, and I win, and I take this battle. There are battles you evaluate. No, this is not my fight. You can't fight all battles, man. So I think he evaluated it and said, like, is this worth it? No, it's not worth it. I give him that credit though. He's
not
a
the
bigger
first.
man in the picture. I
He's
give
not
him
the
that
first.
credit.
He's not the
It's not the
first
first one.
but also
Nah, it's not the first one.
Apologizing doesn't make him the bigger man. It makes him a sucker. Because if you see what the people are saying online now, they're calling his hometown the town of suckers, like the soft town. You know what I mean? And these guys are saying no,
man.
They're saying no. He's not even the best rapper in our area. This is how bad it's gotten, right? Yeah, you can.
The
talk
internet
about
is full of trolls, though. The internet is full of trolls.
But hip hop.
That's what's up. That's the internet.
Hip hop is a culture. I keep telling you this. It's a culture. If you ask for it, if you ask for trouble, you get it. Right? That's what happens. And I'm telling you now,
right.
J. Cole wanted it. He wanted it, but he saw it and he thought, no. This is.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm glad Timothy Taylor said his verses were bland. I thought they were weak. This is what J. Cole said, right? He said, look,
what is
7-minute drill was the lamest ish I ever did in my effing life, right? And then he said, look, Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, and he goes on to apologize and says, I hold my chin up, and you can hit why don't you just apologize? But then he says, no, if you want to diss me, just carry on dissing. Sucker ass shit, honestly. Sucker ass.
Nigga was a pussy. Nigga was a pussy, man. You don't do that shit in this game.
Let's discuss. Let's discuss this word right now. Why do people think the vagina is the most weakest muscle on the planet?
Huh?
Let's discuss what Ovi just said. Why do we think the vagina is the most weakest muscle? Like when everybody's referring to weakness, but when you're referring to weakness,
what do you think?
It's just a term.
No, when people are referring. Yeah, people when referring to someone who's weaker, they call him a pussy. But in general, in real sense, the pussy is the most strongest muscle on the planet. You should say that as a strong man. You should call him that.
Time out.
This guy wants to give us emotional damages. I'm telling you. Guys, we are going to conclude and I say J. Cole, he damn fucked up. He damn fucked up for real.
I still love J. Cole, man.
No,
say whatever you want to say.
J. Cole's a talented artist. I agree. He's a talented
artist, but you don't clap back and apologize. You know what I mean? That was a chicken move. That was a pure chicken move. We are all sitting out here like we were waiting for this. I was excited. I was like, we are gonna see some real rap beef. In a long time, man. We haven't seen real like the last one that I think we thought was gonna be good was Eminem and MGK, and Eminem just destroyed MGK, and MGK had a tongue drama as well. You know what I mean? So I thought this was gonna be fun. I was like, yeah, now we ready to hear this. I'm sure everybody else in the hip hop world was so excited.
He says the term in the streets means you're calling a man a woman. Let's not get sexist, bro. I'm telling you, there's females in this chat, Timothy. I was with you till you start talking about
you gonna get killed.
I
don't even know. Nobody got knows. I don't. Yeah. So okay, what did people vote in the poll? Did people vote in the poll there one time? You said you put a poll.
They did. So 60%. 60% of the votes said Drake made the right. J. Cole made the right move. He made the right move by apologizing. What's wrong with you, Chad? What is wrong?
You're killing me.
Sometimes you have to pick your battles, man. So he picked his battle.
Nah, man. Imagine. No, you're killing me. We needed to enjoy this. There's levels of this beef, but we only seen not even level 1, and the thing is gone. But anyway, we move on. We're disappointed. We hope that somebody should jump in and help.
This just proves my point of what the world has become now as a society. We are very much entertained about people killing each other, people talking bad about each other, people destroying each other. We're very much entertained by it.
It's rap. Listen. I give an example. I'll tell you as an artist, if somebody started beef with him, he's gonna beef back and lose lyrically. He's not gonna say, okay, this back and say, you know what? I'm sorry, cuz.
I'm gonna lose lyrically. Have you ever heard
No,
me?
no, if no, 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 I'm not assuming you're gonna lose, but I'm saying that no, I'm just saying because you're here. That we don't know who you. There's no one that you're beef rapping with. But if it ever started, if you have to lose, you have to lose it lyrically. You know what I mean? But I don't think you're gonna stand up there, this back, and say, you know what? I'm sorry, I ain't gonna do this shit. My bad. I should do this. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this no more. You know, that was just a chicken move. It's really disappointing. We are hurt, and something has to. I don't know, J. Cole. You better come back out here and save your ass.
No, but guys, you should say his full sentence like what he said there. I think it was coming from a deeper place of like,
Nah, bruh.
you know,
Nah, nah.
deeper place
That
of
was
like,
chicken move.
no,
That
I think he evaluated the situation from a deeper
that
place.
was
Like
a chicken move,
the
brother.
way he put it, like I don't think that was like a chicken move, man. It's like
That was a
he's
chicken move.
trying to say this is why I make music. My purpose of making music is not to be this way. So now I'm gonna go back to that purpose, and I'm gonna
This is not the first time he's dissed an artist, right?
right.
So before we start talking about what his purpose is, it's not the first
Yeah.
time he's dissed an artist, right? He
No,
dissed Lil Pump.
no.
He dissed Lil
Right.
Pump.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
Lil
yeah,
Pump
yeah.
is Lil Pump is something else. Man.
Oh, so it's okay for
Eh,
him to diss. You're saying his purpose.
Oh,
is
because he's going
No.
against someone that is
I'm not
okay.
saying I'm not saying it's okay, but look at what Lil Pump has done in his music career.
I get it, but you can't.
Like, come on, man.
You can't dip in and out of things when it conveniences you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when it suits you, when it suits you.
This is what like
Yeah.
this is why that guy was talking about streets and whatnot. Like when rappers start talking about being in the streets and whatnot, this is when they get warned. Like, dude, you're talking about the streets now. You know, you're not necessarily in the streets, and normally it doesn't work out for them well. You know, so like him, if he wants to dip into this beef nature, this beef culture in hip hop, right? Well, you should expect to catch some strays, you know, catch some backburn.
Exactly.
But anyway, I think we've done we've sort of talked about this quite a bit. There's a few more things that we need to talk about. Ovi, what is the next one?
Guys, this is the second one. This second one, guys, I'm sure everybody has seen it. It's on every news platform as well. It's my man. We were more than lovers. We were like brothers. Hey, if you just hear that line, I need a girl to ride. Be my wife.
Oh man.
Guys, and I'm sorry there'll be fanatics of this guy. Listen, I love this music, guys. We're talking about it. Did he do it? No, Diddy. Hey! Guys, the second one here we're talking about is P. Diddy, Puffy, Love. It's got so many names because it changes all the time. Depends on the situation. Diddy. We were more than friends. We were like brothers. You remember that line in I Need a Girl? He said that, yeah? We're like brothers. And he's talking about the girl that he needs. So, if we all have been seeing, guys, Diddy has been...
You was more than my girl. We was like brothers. Yeah, isn't that what it
is? Yeah. So I do now. I do now when I seen, you know, what's your Ice Cube son? He put that, and I was like, oh yeah. He said this shit bothered me ever since I heard this line back then. So we know what Diddy has been happening.
There's loads of things he said. He said to Usher, you remember when we used to live together and fight over the cereal? You know, we used to wrestle over the cereal. You know,
I didn't see that shit.
I mean, no, not many. You know, like he grows. Like not many people. You know, not many people doubt that Diddy has some shady tendencies.
Some hidden stuff,
and
right?
Shady,
shady things. Yeah. So guys,
but you know what? Though? I think he's gonna walk away with him. I think he's gonna walk away.
Okay, but like
walk away from what exactly?
Guys, if you remember,
whatever's going on here, whatever's going on.
Do you remember? Do you remember when Cassie went out to court and was accusing him of the sex trafficking and that he would let other people sleep with her and all that kind of and abuse and all that? And you remember he settled for it and it was gone. That shit went quiet. You know, you remember that time, yeah?
Yeah.
Gunjan says
and everybody.
It says he's the pimp billionaire. Oh my god.
And then all this stuff is resurfacing right now, guys. And I listen, I don't need to. Everybody has probably seen it, and you somewhere, or if you're on Twitter, whatever, you've seen it. Diddy this, Diddy Asha, Diddy. What's the young fella? The
Mickey Mill.
Justin Bieber.
No, about Justin Bieber. Yes, the young, Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And there's videos that you're seeing. Yeah, this guy is actually grooming this little kid. You know, yeah, you contrive this when you're 17. And for a second, I'm sitting there like,
there's been some dodgy material that's come out. I mean, if
that right now,
if anyone's seen that video, Justin Bieber with half his pants down, looking very drunk.
yeah.
And also, the drinking age in America, the legal drinking age 21 in most states, looking very drunk. The game is there. Diddy is there, at a party. That looked quite dodgy, You got your pants down in front of a couple of dudes. You're quite drunk and you're a celebrity, and the camera's on,
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
But obviously Diddy didn't say much, but it just didn't look right,
It does.
Nothing.
Nothing look right about it.
The difference about P. Diddy and R. Kelly is that P. Diddy had famous people, politicians, all the big names, you name it. He had them at his party, and there were cameras involved. So the difference between these two characters is that R. Kelly was kind of maybe didn't have that Diddy money. You know what I mean? Diddy had enough money to invite all these people, and he can pretty much come back at them at any time. So there might be some politicians who are pretty scared about this whole situation, like where is this gonna go? Because he's gonna fire back.
Yeah, because I seen something. Yeah, they said that every party that Diddy had, there was hidden cameras because some bodyguard that was saying that everything that Diddy done at Diddy parties, it's on recorded. It's on.
Right.
It's recorded. It's there. It's right there because there's hidden cameras in every single place where he had parties. Which as well, it's illegal on the other hand to record other people without their consent. So that can still also eat him. You know what I mean?
Well, look, with Diddy, there's quite a few things that's going on. I think you got to sort of look at timelines, and I'm glad again Timothy's talking about this. Diddy recorded his parties so he could have a get out of jail free card in case.
Right.
In case they try and charge him for the murder of Tupac. So I think if you guys have watched all these Tupac documentaries, you'll see that Diddy had some sort of involvement or was there.
Something. Keefe D, your man Keefe D said it. He's trying to say it as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Keefe D, that 1 million he puts on Tupac's head allegedly, so there's a lot of things that P. Diddy is just tied to that just don't make sense. For example, his bodyguard shooting Suge Knight's friend, what's the other one? Shine going to jail as well.
Right.
The way that covered up, the way his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend Kim Porter died. Like, there's so many mysterious things around this guy that everyone is just starting to ask questions because they're like, he's had a lot of troubles, and he seems to know how to distance himself from these troubles, if that makes sense. And then people wanted to talk about Mr. Bentley as well. They're like, why has this guy remained quiet? And somebody squashed it already, because I know a lot of people were wondering, why can't his butler must have seen everything. Why isn't he talking? The guy was caught stealing.
Harry has been at Diddy party too.
Yeah, exactly.
Who?
Harry, Meghan's husband, Prince Harry.
That was the switch up of the century, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. P. Diddy might just get away with this whole thing, because he's got a lot of people that is.
What is he getting away with? We right now, all you know is what you've heard. I think
sex trafficking and all that. Yeah.
What we haven't heard that we should be concerned about, right? So right now, I mean, for police to come to your property, your properties, right? There has to be a warrant, right? There has to be a warrant. There has to be probable cause, right? So they have to have a reason to come and actually search your houses publicly as well with that much force. So of course there's something, but I think it's too early to just say, "Hey, Diddy this, Diddy that." But of course, I'll give my opinion based on just the stories that have come out over time in the past. It's like,
something dodgy was going on. You can tell that.
maybe he's not a trafficker, but for me, I've always had this vibe with Diddy. I've always felt like he looks after himself and himself only. Even if people think he was Biggie's friend, he wasn't Biggie's friend. He owned.
But do you think? But okay, so you think? Okay, let me ask you, right? So I know you could say that, right? Do you think so? He pretended all the time that this is my boy. He goes out there and put out that song. It's big. I mean, every no I take,
My
like, do
friend,
what I know. It's just music, but I know, like.
friend, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. Biggie was one of the first artists that Diddy signed, right?
Yeah, cool.
Biggie was one of the first few artists that made him money as an artist, yeah? So
That's true, yeah, 100%, yeah.
you think Diddy's not going to befriend this person, keep him happy, keep him keen, make sure he's on this long-term contract like he does with most of his artists? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So honestly, I think personally, I don't think that friendship was real. I think it was.
He was doing it for the money. He was trying to. Because I remember, I and as much as I understand, I know if it wasn't for that Biggie to get into Bad Boy, he was going to go back.
And Timothy Taylor says the fact that he's not arrested or charged means the government don't have enough concrete evidence. This is true. I think the government is moving based on the noise that's come out, because this Cassie thing was high profile. That was the first thing. That was high profile. Then people start coming out, because this happened to Bill Cosby as well, if you remember. People start coming out, and then they start mounting a case, because that's what they do, isn't it? Those people start coming out, then they mount a case. But for people as high profile as Diddy, they know that they can be in a long case, like a long court battle with him, because he's got the money and resources to do that, right? So it's very difficult for people like that. So they
because I kind of believed it, when they said he went to Capo Verde, and then I seen his I actually thought he actually fled, but then I seen his back in UK. I was like, well, he's back, and in America, and he's not arrested. I was like, well, right now I'm sitting there, I'm debating. I'm like, well, is that shit true? Because
but it's not Cape Verde that he went to. He went to Antigua. I think he went through something to get to Antigua.
Yeah, because the jet would track. They say he went through Cape Verde and then probably was going somewhere else.
Now, personally, right, a lot of these rich people have their assets registered in islands that allow them to escape tax and stuff like that. It's legal, perfectly legal, but it's there.
Yeah, nothing illegal about it. Yeah, but you can do it. Yeah.
Antigua is one of those countries that gives you a passport if you donate a significant amount of money to the government, right? So, like Timothy Taylor was talking about the other time, he took videos in his house, right, as a get out of jail free card. Of course, this is all opinion, right? Took videos in his house as a get out of jail free card. He's going to a country like Antigua, right? I think these are all steps to prepare for whatever's coming.
If in case something happens, if shit hit the fan.
Because he could be wrongfully accused. For me, I've got two sort of things. One is based on what's happened over time, the things he's done to people. But the other one is a conspiracy. It's literally, he might have pissed somebody famous, somebody rich, or somebody in the Illuminati off for this to be happening. You know what I mean? Because normally you have to piss a very powerful person off in America for them to start going after your image, because a lot of police coming to your house to search your house is not good for your business, right?
Zero. Like Ciroc have dropped him, I think, as well.
Him stepping away from his businesses, giving up his contracts. Somebody's first attacked him where it hurts, where the money is, right?
Where they knew where to,
For people to do that, there's definitely a vendetta, but also there's got to be something there. Because in this industry, a lot of people exploit things, isn't it? So there is a vendetta. I think somebody wants what he has, and he probably refused to give it. So that is probably why he's being pressured, So the fact that all these other guys, the people he's saying were his friends, he's accusing them of not speaking. Well, if those guys are in business with the people that are going after him, they're not going to speak, They're not going to say anything. Even if he's going to say, hey, black people, let's stand together. Let's be honest. When it comes to the money, they forget this. That's it's money first,
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking anyway. That's what I think.
So I want you to put in the pause. I want you to put in the pause, the voting poll, right? Which I'm going to ask you two guys the same question. I think I'm going to start with you, Wantali, and then you, with what and so much information that you know right now about Diddy, would you go to a Diddy party? Eh? Would you go to a Diddy party right now with all information you know about Diddy? Would you go to a Diddy party?
Phone time.
Oh man.
No, yourself.
I'll ask the chat. I'll ask the chat. Chat.
Ask the chat. Put the chat. Paul, would you go to a Diddy party with what you know about Diddy? Would you go to a Diddy party? This start with you, Moyo. Come on, tell me, Moyo.
I mean,
Drew, why would you?
He's known for throwing the best parties. He's been known for this for years.
Exactly, and Hollywood and everybody, and I know you seen Denzel Washington even said in the interview, he said that Diddy parties are really great, but he left early. He always left early because he said, "I always left early because before the devil comes in."
People have said yes already. Okay, would you go to?
Exactly. So 100% you're saying they'll go to a Diddy party. Moyo, will you go to a Diddy party?
I don't think.
I mean, listen. If I'm not that famous, I would go to the Diddy party. He's not after me. He's not there to groom me to make me, you know.
Yeah, but
oh, he's not there to groom me to make me open up into the industry.
One time, will you go to a Diddy party?
I don't think this question is relevant, to be honest. You know,
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Based on what? Based on what?
Well,
exactly?
I just want to know, with all information that you know, would you be a person that would go to a Diddy party? Turn out they said there's a Diddy party.
This is the problem. You're falling for narrative, right? You're saying a Diddy party. Is it that every Diddy party is dodgy, or people are saying Diddy parties are dodgy?
We don't know, but it seems like they're dodgy.
Because Michael Rubin has an all-white party, right? And the videos that have come out, people see him sort of groping men and all of that, and they're like, "Would you go to a Michael Rubin party?"
Yeah.
Before I saw those videos, I was like, "Yo, there's all kinds of famous people who wouldn't want to be at that party." Do you know what I mean? So even with Diddy, right? I don't think these things are in your face. You're not going to see these things in your face. I don't think Diddy's that sloppy. You know, I don't think he's that.
I think so, yeah.
Because a lot of these things that people said, they said he's normally got a party, but then there's a party in another
at the party. At the party, there's a,
and that's where
it's a hidden party where this stuff happens.
But you know, you hear this a lot. You hear this a lot. R. Kelly had that. You know, in fact, some people in the UK have that. They've got these little rooms in their famous party. It's not just Diddy who does it.
How do you know? How do you know about the UK? Because you're in UK. So have you attended one of them?
I mean, I was just about to say the same thing though. You should kind of also let me just bring out my little conspiracy theorist kind of mindset out there. America is a very systemic structure, right? And obviously, if you notice the pattern that's been going on, there's never a black successful person that's famous out there who hasn't been taken down. Let's talk about Bill Cosby. Let's talk about Kanye West. Let's talk about Michael Jackson. Let's talk about
but have you noticed the pattern that all of them have been doing? They actually did it, so they weren't just taken down.
Did Michael Jackson do it? Did Michael Jackson do it?
How do you know? How do you know, brother?
Yeah, but if they were no, Mike Jackson. Okay, let's put Bill Cosby. Where did you go to prison? Because there was proof that came out about it. They just didn't make it up, did they?
People turned around and said they were told to say things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You know,
you don't know. You don't know if they did it. You don't know if they did it.
Today, you could meet someone. Yeah, you could meet someone. You could sleep with them consensually. Everyone consents right now. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's cool. That person turns around the next day. You drugged me and you raped me. Yeah.
Right.
All they have to do is check penetration. They have to check, did you penetrate this person? Right. And then they have to prove without reasonable doubt that you forced that person. That's all they have to do.
Yeah, but they look at the likes of Mandy. Like Mandy, they got away because there was proof to show that no, this person is lying. You know what I mean?
You know, there have been rumors everywhere about the Mick Jaggers and them having such crazy parties. You know,
and also that Mandy that you're talking about. There's a woman who came out. You know, she didn't know Mandy. Yeah. He took her into a room, and you know, obviously they had sex. But obviously, she knew that she was there to have sex. She didn't know who. She just was there. You know. So as a football player, assuming he's thinking I'm a football player, I'm famous. I'm just gonna have my way. That's what she said, right? That's exactly what she said. You can sort of understand the mind of somebody who's famous will just think, everybody wants me. You know, why are they going to say no?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's very dangerous to think that, yeah, they did it or they didn't do it. It's kind of dangerous to say that. You know, allegedly that's what happened.
Right.
But we
And
don't know.
I'm thinking the next person in line is Jay-Z because of what he said at the awards. Yeah, I think that pissed off a lot of people.
About the Grammys.
About the Grammy, I think that pissed off a lot of people. He's
Right.
next in line. Mark my words, because again, listen. Let's look at USA, how America is made. Right?
USA.
It's still, there's still that skeleton from the systemic racism that's still going on, right? So you will never see any successful black person rising that much and making that much noise. That would never happen in America. They will take you down. They will find something about you that will take you down. I think it's happening to Diddy. I think it will happen. It's bound to happen to Jay-Z.
I hear that. Guys,
It's bound to happen to Jay-Z.
Guys in the chat, you guys who are watching this, can you hit the like button, please? Because the likes are low. What's going on, guys? Can you hit the like button?
Guys, what's happening right there, guys? He hit the like button, and that's listen. If you have to share this video, just share it out, like, you know.
Yeah. So the Diddy thing, I think we have to wait and see. Thingy, what's his name? Timothy says, look. Timothy said, look, somebody told the feds that Diddy has footage of Prince Harry involved in something illegal. That's why the feds took all the computers. Wow. Can you guys confirm this? In fact, I'll confirm it later. I'll have a look, actually. That is interesting. Drew's back. Gunjan says, there are some people who are professional. There are some people who arrange a beauty pageant. All right, okay. Muhammad Ali says, again, Muhammad Ali, USA is built without bones. Okay, India is bare bones. Wow. Okay. Anne Marie says, "Don't start me on Jay-Z and Beyonce, Illuminati." Wow. Yeah. So I think the Diddy thing, we just have to see. This is going to be bigger than Epstein. This is crazy. So we're going to have to see what unfolds. I think what they have, because these things are never straightforward as they always are. And I think, personally, I like to caveat into the OJ thing as well, because obviously OJ passed away, and
that's why we're gonna go for the last wrap up.
Okay, so do you want to tell the story, or do you want me to tell the story?
No, I want you to tell the story. Go ahead, Wantali.
So I mean, OJ Simpson, a Hall of Famer, NFL football star in the US.
The juice.
A very established guy, He was involved in what was called the trial of the century, and prior to this video, I'm not gonna lie, I never really
and it's called if you don't fit, you're acquitted.
If you don't fit, acquit. If you don't fit, acquit. Look, so this
spin out a video.
Let me. So basically, he was the prime suspect of the murder of his wife and the wife's friend or alleged boyfriend, right?
His wife, Nicole Brown Simpsons, and the friend was Ron Goldman.
Ron Goldman, yeah, that's right. So when personally, I never really looked up this story. I just thought, well, this is it. And I would see that the documentary, The People versus OJ and whatnot. But the past week, I've spent just listening to documentaries, watching things, and seeing information about it and all of that, right? So obviously he's passed away, and this sparked a few things, like, is he Khloe Kardashian's dad? Because when you look at them, the facial structure, obviously they were saying, look, how does Chris, obviously there was a rumor that Chris Kardashian had an affair with the guy, what was the other thing? There was a lot of things. He's best friends with Rob Kardashian and all these things. Here is what's going on the internet right now. So Caitlyn Jenner said this, right? Good riddance.
Good riddance.
Good.
That riddance. Was like, thank God he's dead.
And people said, "You're next in line, Miss Doubtfire, I think, or Mrs. Doubtfire. Bruce, get the hell off the internet and go comfort Khloe and Chris." So yeah, these Khloe and Chris rumors, but I mean, OJ himself said he's not the father. He said that, but yeah, I mean, can you take that into account? I don't know. then obviously Caitlyn again comes to just clarify what she said. Said, "Dude, I know you all think it's cute to compare a fatal car accident with multiple vehicles involved to a brutal murder, but remember, OJ said something to the effect, 'I could kill her and get away with it because I'm OJ Simpson.'"
Yeah.
Guys, what do you think? First of all, maybe let's start with this. What's going on now? What do you think of the frenzy going on, man? Is it right to be talking about someone now that they've died? Now you want to be talking about good riddance and whatnot?
That's true.
Is
That's
this right?
me, man.
It was
I
Caitlyn
think
Jenner
I,
right to
I think it's crazy that fact that the person has died and then people are trying. Like I've seen. I also spent time. I know the case. I seen the documentary and all that, right? And I know how he got away with it. To me, I know it was a smart move from his lawyer as well. I don't know if you really
We'll get
understood
into
what
that.
happened.
We will get into that, but I want
Yeah.
to
Okay.
know:
Cool. Okay.
is
For
Caitlyn
me, I
Jenner
think I think
right?
I think I, thi- I think it's not right. I think it's not right. If somebody that I hate had beef and he died, I think the last thing I'm gonna say is good riddance. Good riddance is like, yeah, happy that you're gone. Pretty much. That's if you Google good riddance, the meaning is happy that you're
I
gone.
mean,
But
she probably also knows something. You never know. She probably also knows something because I mean, look at the OJ Simpson money is different kind of money. It's not even Diddy hasn't even made it to OJ
Actually, he's
Simpson
broke. I
money.
think he lost a lot of money as well. I mean, he's in
No,
debt.
but
He's in
no, but
he's in
listen,
debt
listen.
there.
His name as a brand because he was playing
yeah,
football, right? He was playing American
Yeah.
football, and
Mm.
American football is one of the most lucrative sports in America. Like there is
Yeah.
a shitload of money in that sport, right? So there was a lot of people also protecting the OJ Simpson brand within that sense. So
He was the
maybe
first
I don't
man,
know. I,
black
I
man,
could just be
to be on
saying
a Coca-Cola
some
advert or
things out
something like
there.
that as well.
OJ had money. OJ had a lot of money, and he
Oh, he
didn't
did. He
only
did.
make people money for himself, but he made other people money too.
He made
So
money for a lot of American companies because they would bring him for adverts and things like that. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Yeah. And
so in your opinion, you think Caitlyn Jenner wasn't right to
I think
speak?
I just think I don't think if I hate someone, I said if I hate someone even so much, but if they die, I ain't gonna disrespect on the dead. That's my rule. You know what I mean? That's me personally. That's just my rule. I ain't gonna disrespect. You know,
Mm.
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
I
if
think she
somebody
knows.
dies,
I think
I'm not
she
gonna
knows
say
something.
thank you're dead. You know?
I think she knows something. Listen. It wasn't the family closer to OJ's because the father of those kids was OJ's lawyer, right? So obviously,
But yeah,
as being a confidant, they must know something.
I
They
think,
must know something.
and this is why I watched that documentary. It's deeper than that. The father of
Right, right.
Rob Kardashian wasn't just OJ's lawyer. Rob Kardashian was OJ's best friend. Like
But
yeah, they
it
were
is.
they were
You
close
get the
friends.
sense. You get the sense.
they went to college together. In fact,
Yeah.
Rob Kardashian renewed his license just before this whole thing had started. Just before
Right, right.
started. I'll get into that anyway. Well, I can't in a minute. If you
Right,
do that,
right,
it means you have client attorney privilege, right? Which means
right,
you cannot testify against your own clients, right? Why would you do
right,
that? To protect your client, right? Or protect yourself.
right,
Anyway,
right.
when I watch this documentary, again, the next question I ask you: do you think he did it? Because a lot of
I
people
think he
would
did it. I
to
think
ask
he
the
did it.
question, do
I
you
think
think he did
OJ
it?
did it. I think
You know,
OJ did it.
I remember my uncle was watching this and he told me, I don't think OJ did it. I said, why? He said, look at his son, right? He said his son
Mm,
had mental illnesses, was a cook, so he had access to knives and he moved around with these knives and his whereabouts were a little bit sketchy. One girlfriend said he was with him, but he said that he was at home, right? So that's one
mm.
angle they looked at, right? So me, I thought, nah, I don't think OJ did it, right? At first, I thought, I
Mm,
don't think OJ, because I'd never watched this, so I had no knowledge around it. But then when I
mm.
watched the documentary, I can say that I think he didn't do it, but he was there.
He
Yeah.
just wanted to cover. He was there. He wanted to cover for the child.
He was not necessarily. I don't think the child did it. I think there's a guy. This oh man, I forgot his name. there's this guy, man. Honestly, I had him right here. So there's a guy who killed someone in Texas, took that person he killed, the name of the person he killed, right? And he was working for Nicole. And in fact, he had admitted that he dated Nicole, right? But also, this guy was hired by Robert Kardashian to go and steal OJ's car. There's also an alleged rumor that this guy was also part of OJ's muscle, because OJ had been in a gang before he got into football, and he liked this whole he liked this whole gang thing, So what they were suggesting in this documentary is he was actually going there to confront Ron, because Ron was a drug dealer, and you could hear in a phone call OJ is fuming about his ex-wife Nicole doing drugs in front of the kids, like having bad people around the kids. So OJ wanted to get rid of this guy that she was seeing because he was enabling this activity, right? So OJ then went and confronted this guy, but the guy ends up being killed. But before he's killed, OJ runs, right? This is what they say. They say that he runs, allegedly. And all this happened.
Why'd you write the book though? Like, what if you didn't do it? Why'd you write the book?
Do you know? Again, you got to understand the person, I think. Because a lot of them are saying OJ. There's a lot of questions I still have. Like, why would you run when your kids are upstairs? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Do you remember that old movie by Sharon Stone? What's it called again? Where she was this crazy woman killing all the husbands, whatever, and then she was writing also a book about it. What was it called again? It came out in the 90s, early 90s. Not Woman Scorned, but the other one. I'm trying to remember the name. It was a trilogy. It came, three of them. What was it called again? It was the same kind of concept, right? You do an act, and then to mess up people's heads or the detectives, whatever, you put it out there in the open, and then you say to them, if I was the one who did it, would I put it out in the open? I'm not that stupid.
Wow.
OJ fucking did it. And that's a guarantee. You fucking did it. OJ did it. OJ just had too much backup money behind him, and that helped him to just look.
I'm not saying that he wasn't, like, what I'm saying, he was involved. Yeah, he was involved, definitely. Some people think that it was a hit because look. They found gloves. They found his blood. Right. There's a lot of evidence that was messed up. They found gloves. They found his blood. They found a boot print. But then the cops were stepping over evidence, tampering with the evidence, and all these things, right?
Yeah.
To some extent, he probably wanted to get rid of Nicole because apparently she had pictures of him abusing her or something. I don't know.
What makes the OJ story also very interesting is that was the longest police chase ever, right? If OJ was somebody else, if OJ was just a nobody, the police would have shut down that car already. That wouldn't be that longer of a chase. But the people were on the phone call to say, "You don't shoot that car. That's OJ. You're messing my money. You don't shoot that car. You're messing my money." This whole thing was just crazy. It was insane.
He himself says it was smoke in mirrors, basically, that thing, because he said he was going to see Nicole's grave. The cops knew he was going to do that, and then he's going back, and he decides to go back home. Why he did stop for the cops, I don't know. And that's where he surrendered himself, isn't it? When he got home,
Right.
All of this is a bit insane. It's a bit insane. But I don't think.
Do you think that time, if it was Snoop Dogg in that car, do you think the police would have let that car slide?
Shut that car down. That's the first thing I thought. All those police cars, and they're just letting him run like that.
No. If it was Snoop Dogg, they'll shoot. They'll actually bazooka the car. You know what I
mean? Right. He would have been no more. If it was Tupac Shakur in that car, he would have been no more.
But then it was
but OJ was their money. You know what I mean? But
it was also on camera. It was also on camera. So, and it's a famous person, and everyone's watching. People are in the streets. Actually.
And then you see. And then you see some OJ get shot.
Apparently, if the glove don't fit, acquit. But I really wish. Well, I think some of the reasons why he couldn't say who killed his ex-wife or if he killed his ex-wife is the fact that he would have been implicated anyway. Either way, he'd have been implicated. So that's probably why he kept it
But
quiet.
I was also seeing these other things here. They're saying about the glove. Because it's the glove that saved him, and it's the lawyer that's right about it. The glove.
Because
they said he puts on
they focused on him alone. That's the problem. They focused on him alone. The glove when he was more than.
And it's the glove that saved him, because the glove, when he was putting on the glove, he said he had to put on a latex glove before he puts on the glove. You know that, which obviously it's gonna make your fingers bigger. One, that's another thing that when I was looking at, I was like, well, I think this lawyer was smart there. And two, he had arthritis. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And from all that period, from the time for him to put on the gloves, he wasn't taking arthritis medicine because he never went to his doctor to collect them. So, what happened? Yeah, what happened? His fingers were a bit swollen because there's no record of him collecting his arthritis medicine through that trial.
So what about the scar that he had on his left? Was it his left hand? What about that?
Yeah. Yes, something about that. Yeah, like there's a lot of evidence pointing out to the guy. I mean, like seriously, and also for me, if you're not guilty, why did you write the book? Why did you write the book?
Money,
sometimes even the guilt itself of being part of the crime,
right?
Some people have a sick way of admitting things, you know that, right? So
right.
Even the guilt of just being part of it or being there, you can write a book, say, "What if I was there?"
We were talking about it. Sometimes the mind can play tricks with you, especially if your ego is that high, right? The mind play tricks with you. Like you can say, "I'm invincible." For example, we were talking about R. Kelly last week. He was singing about it in songs. We just didn't pay attention. I don't see nothing wrong, just a little bump of grind. He was singing about it, but we just didn't pay attention. It's like,
that's true. That's true. That is true, man.
I think OJ did it. I think OJ did it.
Guys in the chat, do you think OJ did it, man? Do you guys think OJ was guilty?
Give us your thought, yeah.
Aye, but let the man rest now.
But anyway, guys, all we're gonna say right now is R.I.P. to OJ. We know the story. Look, guys, and if anything else, it is there. You can still comment about it, guys. The video is there. It's on YouTube, and as well, guys, please share the video. It's for free, and subscribe as well. Get your friend to subscribe. It's for free. All right. You might win a T-shirt someday. You might win merch. Please come on. I
want a T-shirt. And I still wonder if it's gonna reach Norway at some point this year.
If it reaches, where's Norway on the map? Because you just need to send us your your address exactly, and we'll sort it out.
It's in between Sweden and Finland, somewhere there.
Right. Right. Chichewa word of the week, please.
Chichewa word of the week, guys. I actually had one.
I've got. You've got one.
What you have? No. What you have? I actually forgot mine. I actually had one there.
It was going to be something related to the guy that you talked about today.
Okay, so what's the word?
Jaco?
Matanyula.
I knew it was Matanyula. Oh my God.
What does Matanyula mean?
Matanyula Matanyula means anyone, a person that is in LGBTQ. That's Matanyula. No, so on the same sex relationship is Matanyula. Homosexuality, homosexuality.
Yeah.
Someone that is homosexuality is called Matanyula.
It's not vulgar, is it? Because I've never heard this word.
No, it's not vulgar. No, it's not vulgar. It's not vulgar. It's the right term. It's not vulgar. Someone that is homosexual is Matanyula. So he practices Matanyula.
I don't know.
It is what it is. Exactly.
Oh.
So that's the your word of the week. And Please, guys, Matanya, remember that one.
Yeah,
Everybody that was in the comments, guys, we really appreciate. Thank you very much for you guys showing up all the time. You know, appreciate and
so
interaction as well.
Gunjan says Matunga is self-help. He says. Yeah, no, what Ovi said. Thank you guys for coming on. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Let us know what you think of the roundup, because we'll be doing this, like I said, once a month. If you guys have things that you want us to talk about, we'll go and check them out and then we'll talk about them. But thank you very much for coming on. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Ovi. You will get your merch, guys. Make sure you message us. Gunjan, can you tell me if you're serious, if you want me to give your merch to Fatson? All right. Apart from that, guys, like I said last week, guys, we got a TikTok competition, of course, like I said. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers over there. So we're actually gained 10 followers last week. So yeah, it's I think we're up to about 260. What I said was, if we don't hit 1,000 followers by the end of the month, we'll start adding a bit of money to it. So we'll put a bit of money to it. So I think the pledge right now is a takeaway for everybody who's in the UK and around, and some cash for everybody who's in Malawi, for example. So guys, honestly, follow us on our TikTok channel. It's at 5 Rounds Podcast. We will release a promo video soon. Put yourself in that, commenting on that promo video, like the promo video, and we'll put you into a draw. Stand a chance to win some stuff, man. So, guys, go on.
And I'm saying, yeah, if you keep an eye on that TikTok, because there'll be a lot of nice, crazy stuff as well on the videos. Just make sure you follow it, follow it, because there'll be a lot of nice, fun stuff that I'll be putting out myself personally. And when I go crazy, I'm going crazy for real.
Street cred.
Yeah, street cred, cool.
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah, put some respect on my name.
I'm pulling up on you, man.
Should I give you guys my address now while we are live in public?
Dude. No, we got your address. Dude, we got your address for real, cuz. If I want to pull out to you, I'm going to pull up anytime, cuz. You don't know who I am, cuz.
I want to have witnesses so that by next year, around the same time, I'm claiming my T-shirt. Everybody's gonna, agree with me and testify that, yeah, that was like last year in April, and he hasn't gotten his T-shirt yet.
Now you're gonna get that T-shirt, cuz. Don't worry, cuz. All right, we got you, cuz. We got you, cuz.
I'm pulling up on you, man. I don't know
how I'm gonna pull up on you, cuz. But other than that, guys, look, we want you to have a brilliant weekend and enjoy yourselves. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. All right, Peace, love, and harmony.
Take it easy.